As promised, as promised, I told you. Y'all didn't listen, but I told you. Good morning. It's your boy Carcino here for One Crack News, and let's talk about things that are going on today. Oh, yeah. Here are the things that are going on today in your world that you need to know about. Uber. Uber, Uber, Uber. Uber, Uber, Uber. What's up, LM? What's up, Chris Green? Yes, because it's One Crack News. That's why you got a notification. And you're probably one of the very few, far and few that's getting them. But here's the situation. Uber drivers and Lyft drivers are coming together as the rideshare team. Both are upset that they're not getting the pay wages that they want to receive. And this is the only problem when you work for a company. A lot of people believe that they're the boss and you're running this company. No, you're working for Uber. You're an independent contractor, but you're working for Uber. You're working for Lyft. Even though you dictate your own hours and when you want to go to work, you still work for them. You have to comply to their rules. So they get to decide. Oh, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. They will get to decide if they want to pay you this much for your transactions or this much. They can inflate and decrease at any time they see fit. Now, the distribution market, they lied about the rules. Every company lied about their rules. In Chicago, you're going to expect heavy traffic jams today. A lot of people are going to be in the streets downtown because all the Uber drivers, they're all marching down to City Hall for 4 hours. I think from what, 9 a.m. Uh, what's that, Central Time to 12 o'clock noon Central Time. They're going to march to City Hall to protest, and there will be nobody getting an Uber. So if you're calling an Uber this morning, don't do it. I've told people that this was coming, and they shook their head at me. No, that's not happening. I said, this is what's going on around here, man. This is what's happening. And that's what I had to do. I had to look into it. And most of the Uber drivers are saying they're being insulted. Uh, People are setting them up to be robbed. That one Uber guy said they weren't safe out there on the road. They went to go pick this one person up, and then somebody came in. It was a setup, and they robbed the guy. It was not a good good fit for them. Some random people just ran into the Uber car. They weren't safe at the airport. A lot of different things were transpiring. So then they were like, "We're not." Now you're trying to cut their wages. Some of the Uber drivers' rates were being cut, and then from the routes that they're having them drive, um, they're driving from this area to this area. It didn't make sense that they was like, okay, well, you doing from here to here. You know, from there, that side to here, and because of the way the mileage is or whatever, and how they pay them, you know, that's where the problem kicked in at. So a lot of people, I don't know how that pay structure works, but it's more gas that they're spending rather than it's not worth it. It's like I could have just did this, took this one, and did these routes. You know, so Lyft and Uber are definitely having problems with these paid wages as they're going into a war here. So the cab drivers are going to be living it up today. There are a lot of cab companies with cab cars that's not going anywhere because they have a successful cab service. Most older people take cabs. Very shocking, right? People still take cabs. Yes, older people feel more secure getting in a cab than Uber. They grew up with the cab system, so they're very used to using cabs. Well, that's stuff to jail if you wanna do that. I remember this girl I was dating. She worked for Lyft, and she had me go out and subscribe to Lyft, and you know it was pretty interesting. I subscribed to Lyft and the whole nine, and they give you like 5 free rides, and I was basically just giving the rides to her. She was just telling me what to do with the rides because I'm like, I don't need this. But she was like, yo, get the rides from this person to that person. I'm like, okay, here. I didn't know I could do that, but here you go. If there's a system, someone's going to find a way to manipulate it. That's just the gist of it. Oh, you say it's crazy? Yeah, if you work downtown, Mr. Sledge, it's going to be crazy today. Because in about 15 minutes, they're going to be marching right there on City Hall if they're not already down there now. They downtown going to City Hall. One person's like, you need to go down there and get footage. Do you think I'm going to march down there to get some footage? I am not a reporter. I know. I went to Six Flags for the first time. Like, I can't tell you the last time I've been to Six Flags. Probably like 20 years. It had to be at least 20 years. No, 18 years ago. I went with my buddy OG. And I don't even think that was the last time we went. I think the last time we went, we just all jumped up and we had like 20 minutes to go when we were there. It was me, J Bones, and somebody else. And I drove like 80 to probably 90 miles an hour. to get us down there. And it's like, yo, they finna close in like about another hour. And we was like, man, let's just go down there and see if we can get on some rides. We just jumped up and went to Six Flags. That was the craziest idea we have ever had. That was nuts. Japanese or Chinese woman for a good time, and I don't understand what you're trying to say. Thanks for the donation though, but I can't. I don't. I'm trying to just put my mind around what you was just saying, dude. What are you talking about for a good time? What are you doing, like ordering women or something? What are you talking about? I've dated a Chinese girl. I've dated a Japanese girl. Never been to Six Flags. Oh, they got some rides out there now, man. I was just like, you know what? Let me get on some ride. I dropped everybody off. All the kids came back because I got my hand stamped. So I came back, got on the rides, and it was on. I was able to get on them roller coasters and the Batman. Oh, forget that. The Batman. Nobody even on the Batman no more. They been there, done that. They get on the Joker now. I got on the Joker ride. I got on something called X Flight. Something called Virtuosities goes like 70 miles an hour. Like as soon as it starts, it goes from 0 to 70 in like 4 seconds. Like less than 4 seconds. Like as soon as it be like, enjoy your day, boom. I'm like, woo! And it spirals you up, then drops you. You go back the other way, and it drops you. You know, all of these rides last about 60 seconds. Raging Bull, that's the one I didn't even see last night. I didn't get on the Raging Bull. I got on the sorry about that. Goliath. Goliath is better than anything. The Viper. I haven't even seen the Viper. I didn't see the Viper or the Raging Bull. Didn't even see him. Shockwave? No, Shockwave. Bingo. Now, I was there when they got rid of Shockwave. And I was mad. I used to like the Shockwave. That thing was one of the most powerful roller coasters I've ever been on in my life. Shockwave. You get off there, your whole brain is in the doggone trash. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mr. Sledge is coming with the sledgehammer. He finna kick November off. He finna kick November off. I was like, Guru's gonna be in trouble. I didn't see the Iron Wolf. I remember that, the first stand-up ride. I was like, I've been standing up in line all day. I want to sit down. Now I got to stand up and go. The Iron Wolf. Uh-oh. Well, I'm anxious now. He got me waiting on Friday. I'm like, what's finna happen Friday? Mr. Sledge finna come down with the sledgehammer. Oh, the eagle gonna always be there. No. And the demon. I saw both of them. This guy got on the eagle and got stuck for 12 minutes right at the top. They was just stuck. So that's the thing about the Eagle. It's just so old. It was the first roller coaster there when they opened. The American Eagle. Well, right now they're protesting larger pay and they want more security. They don't feel safe doing these routes. A lot of Uber drivers were attacked and Lyft drivers, and they don't feel safe on their routes. So, in 10 minutes, you're going to see a whole protest kick off. Yeah, so if you're calling an Uber today, don't do it. You won't get one. You might as well just call a cab because nobody's responding. Cabs are loving this. Well, yeah, most of them, the cab companies are mostly ran by uh, Arabians or Saudi Arabians now. They really run the cab business. Some of them have converted over to Uber, to running their own Uber, but most of them, the cab business is ran by the the Eastern Division, the dispatch and everything. They own cab companies. Well, the thing is, cars go through wear and tear. And when your cars go through wear and tear, it's not necessarily a good situation. It's not normally a good situation. The pay that they give you is not suffice then when you have engine problems. And see, that's one thing about being an independent contractor, and that's what Uber comes up. You know, they save so much money on costs. Like if you ran a cab company, it's your job to keep the cabs fixed. It's your job to make sure that everything's up to code. So those are expenses you gotta pay. Now, Uber says it's all on you. I didn't even know who Young Greatness was until he got killed. And this is the thing I want to talk about also that happens with this rap thing. I mean, they will find a rapper. This is the second rapper that ain't got killed in like a week. And I'm like, look, most of these rappers are local. We don't really know about them. But as soon as a rapper died, they threw it right on the front page. What or it pops right up. That'll be the first time we hear about it. It's like we didn't even know this guy had a song. You won't promote him when he's alive, but when he dies, now he's important. You know. Now so it just so and I think that's tacky. So that's why I didn't say nothing last week when the other rapper died, and I didn't say nothing this week when this rapper died. Yeah, cause see now you just trying to profit off a rapper was murdered. Now you trying to act like you messed, like you knew them, like they were out here. Now Extension, I didn't really listen to his music, but we knew of him before he died. We knew of him. Yeah, I know. Another rapper was murdered and slain, and then they want to put that on the page. So to attach that to the whole industry, hip hop and murder, hip hop and murder. We're gonna get hits now. It's like, dude, but I guarantee you, this guy had a music video, or somehow you wasn't trying to pump it. He had some music, a mixtape out. You wasn't putting out that old such and such dropped a mixtape. Right. I mean, the first time he probably ever mentioned him. I mean, that the news, the high outlet, it's probably on Vlad or something. I don't have a problem with Vlad, but I'm guarantee you Vlad probably put it out and probably never put nothing out on this guy ever in life. But the first time you put something out on this guy, he's dead. From the story that they brought out on the news, it was some argument at a Waffle House. Quavo dissing Nicki. Quavo ain't dissing Nicki. He's friends with Nicki. Don't stop reading these headlines. No, he's not, Devin. I'm not falling for it. I already seen it. He's trying to make it look like he's talking about him and LeBron. He's talking about Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. I saw the commercial. How can you get a second job? Easy. Apply. There's plenty of second jobs out here. There's people that's working 3 jobs. But I got to get my morning started. So we'll chat it up later as we'll see what's going on in Chicago. He says it's not worldwide. He's saying this is trusted battery in your wireless mouse. He's saying that this is seems like it's only a Chicago situation.
In the 50s makes for a fairly nice start to the work week. You're going.
He's like, I'm still on the plane. I saw you sent me an email. I ain't have a chance to read it. I was at Six Flags with the family, taking my cousins out. They had never been to Six Flags before, so for them, this was a first. And they got a chance to have some fun, and they were everywhere with it. Jesse White. Man, these news channels, they show more commercials because it's election time, man. Everybody's buying TV spots. You can't get anything going right now. You say you need a TLC to do Uber and Lyft in New York. That's probably why they don't have any problems. What in the world is
Murder
this?
mystery from Lake Bluff on its 90th anniversary. And live music from Modest Yahoo. He's known by his Hebrew name, but he's also famous for reggae, rap, beatboxing, and alternative rock. Live from the WGN studios, this is the WGN Morning News at 9.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, Mike Toomey.
All right, good morning, you guys. You know, I was looking online. I found this game with Halloween coming up that I have never heard of and never seen before. And after you see the commercial, I think
Kill the stragglers.
Killing 11 people.
7 of my congregants were shot dead in my sanctuary. My holy place has been...
Sort of an update on.
and you promote events.
Oh, that's my grandma show now. She's watching her Let's Make a Deal.
Artist.
He,
Bought that.
Aunt Viviana just sitting there, ear sheet.
these others.
That explains...
Yes.
Colder outside,
Yes, it
and
has.
when the weather changes, you know, it wreaks a little bit of havoc on your skin. But you don't have to pay a lot of money to buy
Gary?
products, right? Well, just take a trip to the grocery store where you're being told we're going to be telling you about 3 fruits and vegetables that you can make your own treatments with at home, and you only need...
Had caught me cheating.
I use a wellness.
Yeah, that's it.
Planet. On the social media site Gab, Bowers wrote, "Jews are the children of Satan," and angrily
Oh
posted
my
about the
God.
Jewish community's work helping bring refugees into the country.
He had sought out this one synagogue because of activities that working with refugees and
He's on and they went out.
So it hasn't really sunk in yet.
Gottfried's third sister, Carol, was inside too, and she survived. One of my first auditions. Well,
Of us.
Individual who doesn't have an ill bone in his body.
I do a mustard bath right afterwards. Leave it all together. All right, number 8. If you've been following my fashion blog, you know I am obsessed with onesies. They're coming. They combine 2 of my favorite things: being comfortable while looking super cute, and that's me through and through. I ran across this the other day. It's the old unicorn zip-up, covered in Swarovski crystals.
What kind of crystal you get?
That's right, from Tipsy Elves. And in my spare
It's almost my bedtime. Yep. Everybody's getting ready for work. I'm getting ready for bed.
And all that bling means one thing.
So good night.
It's pricey.